Alright, hey guys, use Percept check recording for November 1st, 2025. Yeah, we're in November now. You know, October felt like it lasted about 2 seconds, dude. It went by so fast. I remember it being October 1st, and now it's November. And I only have 1 month left in this quarter, and I just gotta work my ass off and try to pass these tests so I can, get a good grade and get to the next level of class, next level human anatomy. And I just gotta do that. But you know, there's a couple reasons I always record these really late. It's like 10 p.m. right now. It's almost 11. So I do this like last minute. But I was busy watching the World Series, and I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, it's an absolute cinema. This is one of the best games that I have. One of the best baseball games I've ever seen. It was crazy. Fucking Dodgers and the Blue Jays. Blue Jays shit the bed again, like they always do. Fucking chokers. And the Dodgers won again. The bad guys won. This guy, the Miguel dude, the Rojas dude hit the home run in the ninth inning. They were 2 outs away. The Blue Jays were 2 outs away from winning the championship, and then they give up a home run to the nine hitter. Not even to Ohtani, not even to the 700 million guy, to the nine hitter that hit a home run the entire playoffs. That's next level shitting. And then they make then Dodgers defense make crazy plays in the bottom of the inning. Like that throw out at home, and then the fuck, what was his name? The midfielder, he just took out Hernandez to get the catch. That was crazy. I didn't think he had the room. I didn't think he was gonna cover the distance. And I'm like, it's over. He's not gonna make it, but he fucking did. It was insane. And then, 10th inning, nothing happened. That's a lie. Stuff did happen. I'm pretty sure both the Blue Jays and the Dodgers loaded the bases and they both got out of it. It was crazy. Yamamoto, he won the MVP. Well deserved. He's a crazy pitcher. Pitching off 1 day rest in the extras, and he just held them to nothing. Held them to no runs. That was crazy. And then this top of the 11th, Will Smith just slapped the entirety of Toronto in the face, hitting the game winner home run. And then the slowest player in the MLB gave up a double play, and that's how you choke. That's how you choke the World Series away. You're up 3-2. You were up 3-0 in the game. You're up 4-2 in the game. You were up 4-3 in the game, and you shit the bed. Like that's just next level choking right there. 28-3. It's got nothing on this. This is generational choking right here. You're gonna see it in history books. And people say, "Oh no, no, it's okay. The Blue Jays, they'll be back next year." Yeah, tell that to the Rain. Well, don't tell that to the Rangers. They did come back. Tell that to the Indians or the Guardians. Tell that to the uh, tell that to the Rockies. Tell that to the Padres. There's no such thing as getting back there the next year. You never see that happen. You never see teams get back the next year after they lose. That's why the Mariners losing hurts so bad, because there's no way they're gonna get back to the ALCS. For the They're no way gonna get back to the ALCS again. It's like a once in a lifetime season for them. Mariners made the playoffs, I think, like 4 times in their entire existence. And it's just insane. Because Mariners got a crazy roster. Well, not crazy. They do have a crazy roster, but they had crazy production. They had Cal hitting 60 plus home runs. You had Julio going crazy with stolen bases and stuff. But then, the bottom of the order just didn't play in the playoffs at all. Like, they were dog shit. Canzone was awful. J.P. Crawford, he had like one big hit. That's it. Eugenio Suarez, he did stuff. He did. But Most of the runs were just from the top of the order because, Cal, Julio, and Josh Naylor. I mean, Rosarena, uh, he was so bad that they moved him off of leadoff. They made Julio leadoff hitter. They moved him to the four hitter, replaced, and they moved up Naylor to three. Just because that's how bad he was in the playoffs. He had one home run, and he was just not good. The bats went cold in the playoffs. They could have won so many games if the bats just didn't shit the bed. I remember, I think Game 6 against the Blue Jays, they're up 3-2 in the series. They just, uh, they had so many opportunities to score runs. They left so many on base. Cause I think I remember they had the base loaded twice, and they grounded into double plays both times. And then they also had a runner at third, and they grounded into double play again. And they lost by one, I'm pretty sure, 1 or 2 runs. So they just, no chance. They just had no chance. And they choked in Game 7. And that might be the last you ever see of the Mariners in the ALCS. Because, like I said, it's not guaranteed that they come back. There's no such thing as coming back immediately. I mean, look at it in the NFL, NBA. Like, you don't see teams come back the next year that often. Like, yeah, the Eagles did, but you don't see that often. It's like, what happened to the Bengals? They haven't made it. They haven't made it since '55. 56. They haven't made it since then. Buffalo Bills, they made it 4 times in the '90s. They never made it again. New York Jets, I mean, they won. That doesn't count. I'm talking about like losing and never coming back. Vikings, they made it 4 times in the '70s and they just never made it again. So there's no such thing as coming right back after losing a championship. Yeah, it's kind of turned into a sports rant, out of off topic sports video, but hey, that's fine. I like it. But I think that's that's enough of me yapping about sports. I'm kind of tired now. I also have to do assignments. So yeah, I think I'll see you guys next week. See ya.